She came back from Oz.
Yeah, she came back from Oz. 6 months, she is having PTSD from like Oz. They're like, what do we do about her? And so they send her electroshock therapy. Because Auntie Anne's like a bitch. And she's like, you're not working hard in the mornings anymore. Like, you just talking about Oz. Like, we're going to shock you, girl. Like,
you and that dog. You ain't doing the work anymore.
No, literally, she says that.
Let doubt enter your mind. Seek and ye shall find. Hit it hard like a bad girl. Power on. Hit it hard like a bad girl. Get it done.
Hello. Hey, and welcome to Breathe If You Agree.
Yay! We're so happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us. Today, we have a very, very special guest, a good friend, a comedian, social media star, and now a published author of gay science, Rob Anderson. Yay!
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Well, I'll applaud that intro.
Oh my
that
God.
was good.
Sometimes I like flub through it. I'm like, what's going on here? Yeah, but
You killed it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you so much
for
for being
coming.
here.
Thank you
Well,
for
I reached
joining
out
us.
to you. I was like, I need to be on here.
I know. By the way, and it's so funny. The day that you texted me, we had just spoken about. We were like, how can we get Rob Anderson on the pod?
Kismet.
It worked out. Kismet. Literally
Yeah.
right before. And then I texted like the producers being like, look at this text message I just got. So it worked
And
out
we literally
perfectly.
had like one day that would have worked.
Yeah,
and it was
yeah,
today.
yeah.
So.
And it's today. We made it work.
And it's
so we're so
perfect.
happy you're here.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm great. I just spent a week in LA working.
Okay.
And that's my favorite way to be in LA.
That's it. That, by the way, you're the first person to spend a full week working.
Oh,
now.
yeah. It's nice. You like get things out of the way. You do podcasts, you
Yeah.
meet friends, and then you go back to where you'd rather live,
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah, New York. Yeah, because you went New York, LA. You went back to New York.
Yeah.
You
And
went
I
out.
still love LA for what it is, but
What is it?
a great place to work and do podcasts.
Yeah.
You get some good weather.
Yeah.
And I see a friend and then an old hookup.
Yeah.
And then you're good.
And then you bounce.
Yeah.
We love. And when you moved to New York, last time I saw you was on Fire Island, and we had to talk about you were trying to sell. You had a massive bed here.
Yeah.
Did you sell it?
Oh yeah, you
I
had,
do
like,
remember
what-
this.
What
This
size
wasn't.
is it?
Was this last year or
This
was
was
it the year
last-
before? No, it was last year.
It was last summer. No.
Yeah, no, I think it was the summer before.
Really?
Yeah, because it was 2 summers ago.
Was that the last time I saw you?
No, I've seen you since. Wait, yeah, I've seen you since.
They don't remember.
But yeah,
What's that?
this conversation is so
cameras.
good. This is so good.
Yeah, like you guys, like I know you. We've
wait.
met before, right? Yeah.
I don't know why I remember that so much, but I always thought about that bed because you were like, I
Yes.
had like a custom huge bed.
Yeah, so I had an Alaskan king bed.
Alaska, I was gonna say
Yes.
Australia.
No, Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be even bigger, right?
Yeah.
Which is 9 by 9 feet.
That's insane.
It's like it's the biggest standard size of bed that you can buy.
Okay.
So like it goes king,
California
king,
king.
Texas king, Wyoming king. These states all have king
Why?
beds.
I would love to. I would
know.
love to know how each one like claimed its own bed.
Right. I don't even think the states know what's going on.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
They're too
Yeah, they're
busy
like,
getting rid of abortion.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, these states are. And then Alaska, which is 9 by 9.
Okay.
And it was a purchase that I made out of like mental illness.
Yeah, yeah. You were like, I just wanted to be as big as possible.
Yeah,
that's
like-
great. But did you host like a lot of friends? Would you guys have like a sleepover and have like 8 people in it?
Yeah, I truly like non-sexually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'd have people over.
Yeah.
I said we, like me and my dog.
Yeah.
We'd have people over. I had a huge projection screen across the way, so we'd play like Jackbox and
love.
Switch. But I never had any orgies on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that the person you sold it to, they bought it for like an orgy house. It's just like a dark room.
I tell people that I gave it to 2 lesbians and their 6 dogs.
Oh, perfect.
that's nice.
That's nice.
That may or may not be what happened to the bed. I am not going to disclose what actually happened to it. But that's my story.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that.
I had a huge shower in our last apartment, and I always like thought it was gonna be like was like a huge glass door, like big space, and I was like, I'm gonna have so many people in this. And
Yeah,
I'm
there's
like,
like,
so
wasn't there like
dirty.
a, you know, the showers where there's there's literally like a bench built in.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, who's this for?
It's for accessibility, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
It's for, like,
I'm like
it's
thinking
got an
about all the
actual
dirty nuts.
purpose.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get on my knees, and it's like for someone who like literally needs.
So it's
needs
like a
help
medical
sitting.
device
Yeah.
basically inside
Yeah.
a shower.
Which amazing.
No, that
Yeah.
would be so hot though in a shower, like all their hands.
Yeah.
You were just imagining like so many hands pressed against
Yeah.
every glass surface.
I
Like,
think the most action I got was me doing like a handstand in the shower, like by myself,
like whipping your head.
like trying. And I was like, I literally, when I was moving out, I was like, no one has ever joined me in the shower, and I guess that's fine.
My mind works differently though, because like I feel like a lot of people would look at that and be like, oh my God, this would be so hot to like have all these people like pressed up against the glass. I would be like, well, what if it breaks? And like it shatters into 1,000 pieces and like everyone's cut. Like who's gonna call the cops?
Yeah.
Who's gonna call an ambulance? That's where my mind goes.
You anxiety ridden.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, we need to plan this out. I like a plan. I'm a Virgo. I don't know much about astrology, but that is where my mind would go. I'd be like, this just doesn't seem like it would work. I feel like someone's gonna get hurt.
And everyone's just standing there like,
you can leave.
All of our boners are gone. You have the hottest men all lined up to fuck, and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, wait a minute, guys.
You're like OSHA for the shower.
How tall are you? It's line up by height. Yeah.
Wait, oh my gosh, something kind of sad happened to me on that, like the boners are gone kind of situation.
Oh.
Not really. The boner's not gone.
I'm like, I have no idea where this is going.
The cameras.
And that's okay
Yeah,
if it is.
if your boner is gone, it all happened. It happens to all of us.
What is that? Bluetooth sponsor us. Is that right?
Wait,
Blue Chew.
Bluetooth.
Oh.
Yeah, Bluetooth.
Wait, what did you say? Wait.
I thought I said Bluetooth.
I thought it said Blue's Clues. I was like, what?
No, no, you said Bluetooth.
Oh.
But
Did I?
Blue's Clues, Bluetooth, and Blue Chew need to come together.
Hey.
Any
All
of them.
three.
All
Exactly.
three. Yeah.
No, but okay, so I had a friend who did that thing where it's like, oh, I have a gay friend. Can I introduce you?
Oh,
and I
okay.
was like, oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Like, totally. It showed me a picture and I was like, yeah, he's really cute. Saw her again. Didn't say anything about it. So I was like, I'm the ugly friend. I got the like, the boner was gone for the other person.
Like she was like, let me
She
set
was
you
like,
two
let
up.
me set you up. And I was like, yeah, I'm down.
yeah.
And then I saw her again and she like
she
did
was
not
just
say
didn't
anything.
say
And I was
God.
like, oh my God.
Here's
the boner was gone for
Yeah.
him. That's where I was getting at.
By the
Yours
way-
is still around,
Mine-
waiting for him.
Mine is still, it's lady in waiting over here.
Literally, this table's about to flip.
Did you get to see a
Exactly.
picture of him at least?
I did,
he
and that's what I'm
approved.
saying. I was like, yes. I
So
was
you were like,
oh my
you
God.
swiped
She
right,
made the
and he
mistake by
swiped
going
left.
to you first.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always want to be the second. Do not.
Yes.
Listen up.
If you're a girl
Yeah.
and you're doing that, you have to know better and go, this one is the pickier one.
Yeah.
I'm going to approach them
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. Oh,
You know?
so, yeah. I'm not picky at all.
That's like the human version of Tinder, but I want to know after. I want to know when you're bringing it to me that they're like into me.
Yeah.
Because also if they're not into me, then I'm not into them already.
No, yeah.
I'm like, you have to show interest immediately.
Yes.
See, for me, it seems like I am interested in when they aren't interested in me.
Yeah.
I think it's almost sometimes more.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a science to it, which let's get to talking.
Yay, what a transition!
Oh
Oh my God. Okay, so first of all, guys, we've been like flipping through. We've had a few. It's unbelievable. It's a full science book. It's like actually, I'm actually blown away.
The nostalgia you will
Yeah.
encounter while opening this book. Also, Rob, like I know you know this, but like all these pictures, you're so hot.
Yeah, you look fucking
You look
amazing.
so good. You're so beautiful.
Please,
With
more.
personality,
Zoom in.
personality to match, but like this is just like so gorgeous and gay. And
Yeah,
oh my
I know.
God.
I just showed that picture.
It's interesting. The book actually opens to it. Like if it was a Bible, like Psalms, you know how it
Yeah.
opens to Psalms like immediately? Like I think they
don't.
all just open to that picture.
Oh yeah, like that's where the fold is. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the compliments on that. Some of them are airbrushed, but some of them too
I doubt
much.
it.
There were
like,
a
it's a little too
straight
much.
guy was the photo editor.
Yeah.
So he can do a good job on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But like there's some nuance to photoshopping a face. Like if someone sends you a photo of themselves and it's so photoshopped,
Yeah.
you're like, do you have any confidence?
Right. Well, no, but he probably was like, oh, it's a gay person, so I have to put them in drag.
I looked like a porcelain doll in so many of them, and I was like, I can't. Like, you have to do something.
Yeah.
You can't just leave it plain. But like, come on.
I used to do that on Facetune. Like, if you scroll back enough, I don't have one pore on my face. And I look like I have a milk, like, I didn't even have a mustache at that time, like, way back in high school, but I look like I have a milk mustache because I'm using the teeth whitening. And I, like, didn't, like, zoom in, so I'm just, like, here. And then I have no pores, and it's just smooth. And then also my waist is, like, never has looked like anything before. I am literally, like, hourglass figure.
You're a
If we go
Kardashian.
back enough,
Yeah.
I'll pull some pictures.
I was gonna say you need to interject the episode.
Oh,
with edits of these
we'll
photos.
show you some of those pictures.
The fact that I haven't deleted a lot of them off, like if you go all the way back, it's challenging. But you look amazing.
You look amazing.
Nonetheless, it's so beautiful and so gay, which is like makes my heart so happy.
It's
Like,
also just
so
given
beautiful.
like the current state of everything with book banning and whatnot. Like this just feels like the absolute answer to that.
Yeah,
Truly.
I feel like it's already banned. It's
I'm
already.
sure.
It hasn't even come out yet.
Well, it has the word gay in it.
When this episode comes out, it'll be out.
Yeah.
And and it'll be banned immediately.
Oh, for sure.
And I was some people were like, oh, you should put them in like conservative politicians, like mail them to them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think you even need to do that.
Yeah, no, they're gonna be
they're so wild that they are.
No, they're literally like no one would ever even bring it up to them, but they would seek it out. Like that, it's like the same thing where when people on the internet are like, oh my God, gay. And you're like, this showed up on your feed. Like this came to you for a reason. I'm sure. And then they'll write think pieces and whatnot about it. And you're like, no one even contacted you. I don't know where you found this, but that's like an exciting aspect to it.
Yeah.
But wait, so tell us more about, so first Gay Science. I mean, a lot of people know you from your social media presence and whatnot like that, but you started Gay Science like 2-3 years ago?
In 2020.
Okay.
So 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, time is fucking flying.
Seriously, I think it
like a little
doesn't
too
feel like
fast.
4.
Yeah.
I started doing it in 2020 in the pandemic, and I just took stereotypes that exist.
Yeah.
Some of them were made like to belittle queer people, how we talk, how we run, anything about us that's like meant to make us feel less than. But then so many stereotypes are made up by us.
Yeah.
Like we love to make them up all the time.
Sure.
Those stupid ones, not sitting in a chair properly, that we love iced coffee, that we are close with our English teachers. But some of those things are real. I relate to all of them.
I mean, they exist for that.
That's a stereotype.
By the way, I'm always like, stereotypes are bad, but then so many of the gay ones, I'm like, I see myself.
Yes. And that's what's fun about them is like, obviously they're not based in reality, but they kind of are.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to prove them all true with fake science. And I started to make those, and they're just silly, but they make you feel good about who you are. They're not meant to make you feel like not walk away from a video. Walking away, no one walks away from a video. You leave a video or finish a video feeling better. Just not better about yourself, but just feeling like, oh, awesome. I love being a part of a group that can make fun of themselves like this.
Yeah. Did you always know that it was going to be a book, or was that just something that
No. The best stuff, I'm sure you guys can agree with this, is like the best stuff are things that you have no plan for, that you're just having fun with.
Yeah.
And then people like it, and you're like, oh, something I'm enjoying, something people like. And then it just kind of builds. And that's where I was like, oh, a book would be great.
Yeah.
But it's ambitious. And I've self-published my own books, and I'm like, I couldn't self-publish something like this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is the real deal. Like looking at this is wild. I also, by the way, it looks like belongs in classrooms.
It's textbook. It's schooling. We're putting it in the system.
We're learning, bitch. We're learning.
We really need to, because we do need to teach
gay science
these things.
It's very important.
Have you always been into science, or like was this like since ever? Or like, did that just come about because you wanted to like talk about those stereotypes and those, like you found that avenue to talk about those things?
Yeah, all the above. I was always into science. I loved it, but some of it I was terrible at. The math, this is such a gay stereotype. The math sciences I was horrible at.
Yeah.
Like chemistry is kind of mathy, and physics.
I was wonderful at biology. I was so bad at chemistry. Same. Yeah.
Like I wanted to be good at it. Because I love what ends up happening, which is like the biology, like the facts of it all, like the species of things. But then it's like, here's what's happening inside them. And I'm like, I can't do that.
When I was in 8th grade, I binged watched House, the show. And then I took biology, and I was like good at biology. And I was like, I had like a 4-month period where I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be a doctor. And then I took chemistry. And then I was like, I'm not going to be a doctor. But then I would watch things like House, and I was like, wait, I'm realizing what this is. It's not that I want to be a doctor. It's that I want to play a doctor in a TV show. So I gave up on that dream pretty early.
Yeah.
And that was probably for the best. I don't think I would have been a great doctor.
I don't remember even taking chemistry, which says a lot if I did. Is that like required?
Yeah.
Usually.
Okay. Well, I did. Do I remember anything? No. I think what I do equate with chemistry is that That's So Raven episode where she like makes the colorful rainbow. Like she doesn't have a thing, and she makes Stanley make it. No,
I didn't have the Disney. My family couldn't afford the Disney Channel. It was like an add-on. So
sorry.
Well, no, I am sorry. I missed out on references.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please.
It's somewhere on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I'll send it.
You can rip it. Yeah. Was there from the videos and then the book or whatever? Were there certain things that felt like they got pushed back, like any specific stereotypes or anything like that, or was it generally? Because by the way, the thing is, they're also fun loving. It's not nothing is meant to like put anything down or anything like that.
Yeah. No. Actually, I don't think so.
That's great.
I think from the start I was just always picking things that were lighter touch. I ended up talking about things like adoption, like gay people being parents, same-sex parenting, and those are actually they make a point through humor. And yeah, I think the messages on them all are really good. I've been very careful about that. So no, I haven't.
Yeah, you want to be like, I feel like nowadays it's like you want to like quadruple check your work.
Yes. Yeah. Well, there's always people that don't understand things, and there are plenty of people on the internet who don't understand or pretend to not understand what gay science is. Yeah. I mean, it's not serious. I have a douche as a pipette in the beginning of the video on the cover of the book. Like, it's not serious. Right. So if they take it seriously, some of them think that it's homophobic. Right. But it's making fun of homophobia. Right. And if you miss that, then I can't. You're gonna have a tough life. Yeah. You know.
Truly. Okay, will you explain to me, like, is this the kind of douche you use?
No. So wait, let's all talk about our
let's talk
preferred
about
methods.
This is. Oh wait, where is it? This is like, I feel like this is the classic douche from gay men. It's like the $9.99 on Amazon. Like everyone has it.
I think everyone has that black bulb.
Yeah.
Should I start?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so I do a few different things. I have a nozzle attached to the shower. Okay. But it isn't as good as it's supposed to be, because like, you don't want to douche in the shower. Yeah. You want to use a toilet. So I find myself going back and forth a lot. And
lots of water on the ground.
Yes, it's not practical.
Soaking.
Yes. But if I'm in an Airbnb or traveling in a hotel, I'll put it in the shower, and I'm like, it's not my shower. They can deal with it. Sorry. You do a little like stompage in the drain. Sorry.
Not a poop stomp.
I can't believe I'm admitting this. I have actually never told a soul.
Well, this is the perfect place.
I don't know what it is about you two.
Yeah.
But no, definitely a little stoppage there. Never in my own shower. But then I'll use I'll buy disposable douches. Take the water, like a fleet. Take the water out because I don't like reusing something. Like, I like it to be clean and fresh every time, but that's not very environmental.
But also the fleet solution, like that you're in for a wild ride if you use that.
Have you used it?
I've used it. I've also used it for like a colonoscopy.
Its
actual purpose. But
I mean, you do get so clean, it's like wild. But then
you're like holding the wall.
Seriously,
he better.
The New York earthquake was caused by a bottom who was using fleet for sure.
Wait, what's the solution in that?
It's saline.
It's saline and it's
silicone
and something.
Saline.
Inject me, literally.
Oh,
yeah, but no,
she's talking about douching.
Yeah, fleet is used. I think fleet normally is used for like severe constipation. Like, if you have trouble going to the bathroom or like pre-surgery, it's meant to like clean it out so that they can it's literally medically so that they can then open you up and be like, okay, we don't have to see any shit. We can like look at what we need to find.
Okay.
The science behind it is that saline salt withdraws water out. So the saline solution draws water out from your colon, and anything that's stuck to it all goes, which is why if you ever do a fleet, there's like an afterbirth where like you'll fleet it out, and then like 10 minutes later, there's like an afterbirth of like mucus and like everything. A mucusy afterbirth. Blue Chew, please sponsor us. That comes out that's like kind of like brown, but sometimes not. And then it's like just mucus, and then you're so clean. That mucus is like, because the saline has
don't
pulled
forget
it out.
about me.
Yeah.
So, I'm here. I'm still here.
When you do it, do you sit in a certain position? Like, I know sometimes like if you're in the shower, but like I have a friend who told me like you're supposed to like get on the floor and like arch your back and like sit there for a bit.
Oh yeah. Like,
do you ever do
sit
that?
In like a little ball with your ass up.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
The
with
fetal
your,
position.
Left arm out.
Yes. Maybe a little bit of crying.
I've done it a million times, but I always Google it, and I'm like, which way does the arm go?
Wait, there's an arm. You're supposed to put an arm.
You're supposed to put like an arm out and your ass up.
Oh really?
I'm just like, honestly, what it is they're probably just pranking gay people. They're like, just like put your left hand on your head and like touch your nose.
Do the hokey pokey.
Turn yourself around. Yeah, seriously.
No, I sit up and douche. I find that if I'm like bent over and it goes too far up past like the second hole in the colon area. There's actually a chapter on why gays love big dick, and it talks about like the second and third hole in the book, but the third hole's not real. But if you go up too far, then you're just like
It's a different cavity,
yeah,
right?
And I try to avoid that generally because I'm like, unless you're 12 inches. Like,
okay, so like, say someone's coming over and you like douche and you're ready and you haven't eaten for a long time. What's your like meal after like trade comes over? Tell the trades. What did you say in that episode? You're like, alert the trades.
Let the trades know.
Let the trades
By the way,
know.
do you know what I meant by trades in that?
Like the man?
No, I meant trades like deadline, variety, like
Oh.
yeah, that's right. I thought you knew that I was referencing
I didn't know
like
that.
like the like Hollywood like the trade.
Because he's like, oh yeah, I have my boyfriend. Let the trades know.
Oh my
And
god!
was
Now I
like-
realize that sounds so cocky and annoying. No, I was talking about literally like the Hollywood foreign press.
Oh no,
That's what I was talking. And see, by the way, and we've been saying this for weeks, and I've had the assumption that like
That is
I'm
great.
talking about this. Yeah,
Let the trades know.
yeah.
Well,
And
it works.
You laughed
Yeah.
very hard, and I was like, honestly, I didn't think it was that funny of a joke, and now it makes a lot more sense. Yes, when I said trades before, I was talking about literally magazines, but
this makes sense.
Yeah, now it makes sense. But McDonald's. I mean, but also like I'm having McDonald's before.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess I would get like Wendy's or something
Yeah.
really good.
What about you? Oh.
I'm trying to think if I even am hungry after.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I don't know.
Starving.
You are.
I'm literally like finally it's over. I can eat.
Yeah, I'm like, there's my daily activity.
yeah. So wait, you just went on Andy Cohen.
I did.
How was that?
Amazing. He has been so kind to me. I don't have like a publicist or anything for this book, and I'm just basically sending books out to people that I've worked with before. He's had me on the show as a bartender before, and then he was like, "Yeah, come on the show."
Amazing.
And I did, and he was so engaging with it. He really likes the book.
Yeah.
He thinks it's really witty, and he said something else that was like witty.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah,
I'm like, what
like,
did Andy
insert
Cohen say?
adjective?
Yeah, what did he say?
Positive. Yeah.
But I was like that. I was so kind because I watch What Happens Live, and the interaction with the bartender is usually pretty limited. And he was like really engaging with it, and yeah, it was great.
That's
He's
so fun.
he's been so supportive.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what? So yeah, I guess are you on like you're kind of like on a book tour right now? I mean, you're here. Yeah. Are you doing anything in New York? Like, what's that kind of look like for you? It's just kind of making those appointments for yourself and stuff.
Yeah, I've been on tour before for shows.
Right. Yeah.
And so I'm familiar with like what touring's like, and there's like meet and greets at the end of those, and I enjoyed those, but they are limited. I would cap them to like 25 and then spend more time with them, like 5 minutes to have a conversation. I'm an introvert in a way where like I can't have like very like surface level conversations. Well, I can. We all can.
Yeah.
I just like I
just
struggle.
it hurts. Yeah.
So to have something a little more meaningful, especially if people are like paying to
Right,
talk to you, mattered to me.
Yeah.
A book tour is not that.
Yeah.
They come in. I've never done them before, but you can
Yeah.
imagine they come in and you sign books. So I think I'm gonna struggle with this pacing of it all.
Yeah. The quickness.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Meeting people who are excited to see something that you've made and are a fan.
Yeah.
Or it's always really great. Like, I mean, your ego's like, my ego's gonna be through the roof.
Yeah.
But it's always the best because those are the people who like
Right.
changed our lives, you know, who like really support and like really like love what you do and like relate to the message that you are trying to like put out there. The like taking like things that are serious or like what people think about us and like turning comedy and bringing joy out of it, but also while like actually teaching lessons is like so important, and to get to meet those people and talk to them is like it's so special.
Yeah.
So I like totally agree with you on that one.
Yeah, those interactions are they're so nice. It's like I think it's interesting to me when people are like, oh, like I don't really want anyone to like come up to me and whatnot. And I'm not even saying it from an ego perspective, but when someone is like a fan of your work and they're just like, oh my god, or like this really helped me get through this, or like I get a kind message or whatever, like that's a lovely thing. I'm not getting mad about that whatsoever.
No, that like pushes you to keep going too. 'Cause
Yes.
it's so hard.
Yeah.
Like it's so hard right now, and like you are doing this all like obviously you have a great team, but like you're publishing and doing all this by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, and these people are alongside you for the ride. You know, so it's like you're all together. So it's really beautiful and like super special.
Yeah, I totally agree. The support is overwheling sometimes. Like, you start to feel like maybe you don't deserve it. And,
for sure. Imposter syndrome beyond.
Yes. Oh, I get it all the time. I apologize for everything. So I'm like, I've started a new relationship this year, and he's like, you apologize all the time. You're saying sorry all the time for like things that are silly. I'm like, I guess I just do this a lot.
Yeah.
So when you get a lot of like some praise, or like Andy Cohen or Betty Who just recently like talked about the book on her story because I sent her one. I was like, hi, why me? You know, like I don't deserve this. So you just kind of have to push past that sometimes, but it is so overwhelming and amazing.
Yeah.
And shocking.
Yes.
Because like also like you just think about yourself like 5 years ago, whatever, or 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you're like, I'm on Andy Cohen. I just wrote a book. Some of my favorite artists are posting this. It's very much like, this is such an awesome feeling. And I definitely have always wanted this, but also like, what do I do with this? Like, this is it's just so wild that it's like beyond what you could have imagined. So then since you haven't really fully imagined it, you're like, now that I have it, I'm like, I have no idea what to do with this.
Yeah. Definitely. And I also think things like gay science, I'd made those videos for a few years, and then I paused to write the book, and then I started making new content just because I was like, what am I going to do? I'm writing this book. I can't make new videos and this book. So I'll just recap whatever I've been rewatching, which was Seventh Heaven at the time, the show.
Love.
Yes. And then people were like, oh, we like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wait, this like thing that I'm doing just to fill content is something people like.
Yeah.
And then that became its whole
That became
new
a whole
thing.
big thing.
Yeah.
And now I exclusively just like recap shows and movies, and I enjoy that a lot. But now I hadn't done gay science in a while, and I'm like, what do I do with that? That's this amazing thing. I have this book, but like it feels separate from this. So you kind of have to like, you're like, what do I do from here? But gay science has been internationally, it's wild. I'm recognized when I went on tour, in different countries, like in an airport for gay science specifically. And I'm like, this is wild. And I went to Brazil over New Year's.
Okay, fun.
And they're like, gay science. And they don't even speak much English.
Yeah,
Like, well, the ones that had recognized me, they just seen the videos. Like, gay culture and gay jokes like supersede.
spread,
Yes, they're very international, which is so cool.
No, I think that's what one of the parts about the community that's so nice is that it is kind of like everyone's kind of filled in on the same stuff. Not saying that everyone knows the same stuff and knows the same people and whatnot, but it does you are able to reach like a wider audience within the community for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And with the new content, like in the movies and TV shows, which is incredible.
so funny.
I'm like obsessed with it as well.
guys.
You find these like just like things we haven't thought about, like these movies, because like actually after watching the videos, I like see movies through like your lens sometimes. Like the other day I was watching High School Musical, and I just remember being in high school and being like, oh my God, like they're gonna be ended forever. Like she's like, I gotta go my own way, and you're like, oh my God, no, like this is so sad.
dramatic.
And I'm like, y'all are in high school. I remember being like with like my girlfriend or boyfriend at the end of high school and being like, this is the end. Like, this is literally the end of the world.
Right.
Like, we're not going to be together. I'm not right for you. Like, this isn't okay. And then her mom, like, at the end of the song is like, she's getting picked up in a gold minivan and she's like crying, like saying goodbye to Troy. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm like thinking about you while I'm watching. I'm like, these are so ridiculous. How are these so crazy that we like followed those lines back then? And now looking back, I'm like, God, we were so dramatic.
Yes, but I'm so glad that happened because it's so fun going back and watching them.
Yes.
Like there are some I go back and watch. I'm like, this one's gonna be so wild, and it actually is good. And I'm like, oh, this actually carries. Like, this is pretty good. And everyone's like, drag that movie, and I'm like, no, it's really good.
It's actually a very
honestly
good movie.
a lot of the Mary-Kate and Ashley movies.
Hold up.
Yes, they're truly funny. Like they had good writers on some of those that knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
They were making like campy, like they were purposefully campy.
Yeah.
And they don't make things like that these days.
I was like closeted watching The Search for the Next Pussycat Doll.
Oh my
Every
God.
week coming to high school being like, first of all, they're all so hot. Second of all, Chelsea better win. The other girl looks like Nicole too much, and all my girlfriends were just like, put your wrist down.
Yeah.
Well, and then we got Girlicious as well.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that show?
Girlicious.
You should recap one of those. Or like
Girlicious.
Making the Band or Girlicious.
Oh my
So
God.
it was a reality show that was like making a band, making a girl band.
But so originally it was the Next Pussycat
They were looking
Doll.
for one additional Pussycat doll.
And
They found a girl named
winner,
Asia.
Asia won.
And she was in the group for, I think, a week and a half.
Yeah. Like,
Nicole was like, no,
for sure.
Yeah.
She is in charge.
Yeah.
She's queen.
And she's a fucking, but by the way,
Can't
that
wait
is a
to see
queen.
you in Sunset Boulevard.
Oh.
So excited.
I've heard
Any
the most
clip I've
amazing
ever
things.
seen of her sing live, I'm like, do people know she's amazing?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like vocally she is unreal.
Unbelievable.
She's actually also one of the nicest people I
yeah,
met.
you
I
met
got
her.
I got the chance to do a video with her to recreate the way she's like Give me the mic.
microphone.
Oh my God.
Iconic.
It's so iconic, and she's so beautiful and so kind in person. And we were like lip syncing, obviously, in this video, and she was like singing. We were like grabbing each other, and she was like singing, and I was like, oh my God. Like,
she was really singing.
Yeah, she was like really singing.
Yeah, of course.
And she actually told the story that in the theater, like on TV, you could hear her, but like in the theater, the mic wasn't working. So when she was singing,
she thought hers wasn't working.
the
either.
TV could hear, but the theater couldn't hear.
Got it.
So that's why she was like,
Give me your mic.
Give me the mic, because nobody in the theater could hear. So like when they cheer, when they finally hear her, so like where they cheer randomly, it's like the mic comes on in the theater. But like to us on the TV, we're
She's
like,
give me
we
that fucking
can
mic.
hear you. But she's like, give me the mic, give me
I'm
the
just
mic.
thinking of that man who's
That
so
man.
confused.
Well, by the way,
because he
his
takes
face-
hers and he's like, okay, got it.
Yeah, no, his face, he's literally just like, well, I guess I have to.
And then he takes her dead mic and he's like, all right.
But they know it's iconic. She was like, that's like my little brother. Like, it's
I
so
love that.
iconic. But
Girlicious.
Girlicious
You have to watch.
is like making a new girl
Pussycat
group.
Dolls
It's like
band,
Danity
yeah.
Kane.
Yeah.
like making the band, but it's so fierce because like they're doing all the like the music video choreo and like it's like making. Did you watch Making Elle Woods? Like the
Yes,
next Elle
the
Woods?
Legally Blonde one. Yeah.
The Legally Blonde one.
I
it's
think
like the
Bailey
same way.
won that. I actually, yes, the girl
It was
named
Bailey.
Bailey.
Yeah.
No, I've watched that show. It's still on YouTube,
Yeah,
Oh,
when
yeah.
they're on the bikes.
Oh
and
my
they're
God,
like,
it's so good.
faster.
They're like, so much better.
Yeah. And one of them is like, I need a cigarette right now. She's like, I haven't smoked a cigarette in 2 hours and I'm on this bike and I need it now. It's so sick.
But no, Girlicious came out and they had I don't remember what the name of the song is, but it's like you can keep on
Like me.
Everything's to do with like me. They had that and then like let's do some stupid shit.
Oh,
or whatever.
I have heard that one.
And by the way, they were bops. Like they
Iconic.
were great and then they just went away.
I think when you make a group of just random people together who are talented for different reasons, they don't have the glue that, like, I mean, Fifth Harmony.
Also, that's a lot of personalities.
Yeah, Fifth Harmony was never a group. They were just individual people. But I mean, then you get groups like Lil Mix where like they happen to gel. You know, and even
One Direction.
Yeah, One Direction.
They went their own directions.
Yes,
Truly.
yeah, they did.
But they put, I mean, like America's Got Talent or UK or
X Factor.
X Factor, yes.
yeah.
Like, it's so crazy how they put them randomly together like that. Like, when you watch the auditions. But it's cool that when they do work out and sometimes obviously.
Yeah, it's wild when they turn into like a cult, like a worldwide phenomenon. I mean, that like you did that.
Yeah,
literally.
I think it's like if the powers that be who have a lot of money and all the influence want you to be successful,
You're
you
going
are.
to be. Yeah.
Like I think that's what that says.
Yeah, I feel like we're due for a new
group. No, we have Flow. Do you like Flow?
What's
I don't know.
Flow is like a girl group, I believe.
Oh, there's 3 of them.
There's 3 of them, and they sing that song.
Oh,
There's a
I've
reason
seen it
I
on
walk
TikTok.
like this.
Yeah.
I think they're coming to save the girl group essence. I'm trying to. Do we have any other girl groups right now?
I think music in general, it's hard to be a superstar.
Yeah.
Like everyone just has their very dedicated fans. Like even like Chapel Roan.
Yeah,
is
obsessed.
so talented.
If this was like before TikTok or anything, and there was just MTV, she would just be massive already.
Yeah.
But it's like it's hard to get
I
the reach
feel like
to
the
do
last
it.
one like is like Olivia Rodrigo, and
Yeah.
like she like. And that was very lucky. And I feel like there have been a lot of moments since Olivia Rodrigo where people are like, oh my God, here comes a star. And then it just fizzles out.
So a group is even harder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's just too much now.
Yeah.
There's too much.
Yeah.
So back to the movies and TV
Yes,
show.
yes.
What is the one that like? What's your favorite one that you've rewatched that like you were just enjoyed reviewing the most?
My favorite thing was actually a book series, The Berenstain Bears.
Oh, I remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had just been going back to anything that I had experienced as a child, and I was like, what was that? What's that like now as an adult?
Yeah.
And those books were things that we would read, like when we were going to the bathroom, or like actually they were just like our bathroom. Did you guys have bathroom books?
Yeah.
just like
Yeah,
by
like
the
right
toilet.
on top
Yeah,
of the toilet.
those
Yeah.
were ours, and like Highlights magazine. And so
They're like they're
Highlights.
thin.
yeah, they are
tiny
thin.
little books.
And they were things that I would read over and over. Like
Yeah.
when you were a kid, you used to watch like things,
Same shit.
read things.
Yeah.
Hundreds of times. And so these like images were seared in my mind, but I'm like, what was that actually about? And those were fun to revisit because there's a family of bears, Mama Bear, Papa Bear, Brother Bear, Sister Bear. So very creative
very original.
names. And Papa Bear was the worst. He was worse than a kid. Like whenever there were lessons, he was not helping Mama Bear teach them. He was worse than the kids.
Was he just like a lazy straight man?
Oh, yes. Yes. So it was real life.
Yeah. Based on a true fucking story.
And I just had a really fun time like reading like the stories and some of the lessons they were trying to teach, because some of them are good and are still good. But some of them are like the one about health. Okay. Where Mama Bear like takes away all of their snacks and makes them eat like granola and almonds and like the doctor grabs the fat and it's like you're fat, you know, and all this. Yeah,
she's an almond mom.
Yeah, she's an almond mom. She is.
Yeah, she's OG almond mom. Mama Bear.
And they run a 5K as a family in the end, and they eat like celery sticks in the end, and they're like, we're healthy.
Actually,
yes, literally as a family, they're all wearing tracksuits.
Never fly today.
Oh no. And so those ones are real fun because I'm like, what the heck?
There's movies and things that I look back on. I'm like, oh my God, that was so fun. And not the ones that are like racist or politically incorrect or anything like that, where I'm like, oh, I wish we could like make something like that now. And then there's stuff like that where I'm like, leave that the past. Like none of that now.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And I saw this morning on your Instagram, what's next? Return to Oz is the next one coming?
Yes, I am rewatching Return to Oz. Okay. So I had recapped.
Wait, Return to Oz? I don't know. I
don't know. I've never seen it either.
Yeah, it has Fairuza Balk in it as a very young actress, and it is more closely tied to the books, which are darker. But these are movies that we saw as a kid. I recapped The Neverending Story, and then there were a few others that people are like, Labyrinth is one from the 80s. They were very like twisted, dark, scary things for kids to watch that we all just were told to watch. They're like, watch this. And so I'm rewatching that one, and it is a scary one. Like it is. So neither of you have seen that one?
No.
Yeah, I mean, the movie starts out. It's dark. The movie starts out with Dorothy 6 months after the tornado happened, and she can't stop talking about Oz, like Oz as if it's real. And so her aunt, right? She lives with her aunt, I think.
Auntie May.
Yeah.
Auntie May.
Yeah.
I think that's Spider-Man.
I feel like they're not even related, but like they call everyone an aunt in the South or something. They're like, what do we do? What do we do about her? And so they send her electroshock therapy. Yes, they sent her...
Auntie M.
Yeah, Auntie M. She sends her to electroshock therapy in a crazy house. And so there's people moaning in the basements and they're failed experiments. And so like some little girl's like rips the things out of her and she's like, come with me, escape this place. And that's how it starts. So just letting you know how dark it is. That's how the movie starts.
And that's Oz, and they're trying to return back from.
They're trying to return. I mean, apparently, They're trying to get.
She came back from Oz.
No. Yeah, she came back from Oz. 6 months. She is having PTSD from like Oz, and so her Auntie M and her foster parents probably, because Auntie M's like a bitch, and she's like, you're not working hard in the mornings anymore. Like you just talking about Oz. Like we're gonna shock you, girl. Like
you and that dog. You ain't doing the work anymore.
Literally, she says that.
I'm kind of like imagining like I have a niece or a nephew who just like goes to bed and wakes up and is like, no, but there was like a Tin Man and a lion and I'd be like, what the are you talking about? You like, we need to do something.
She even says in the movie, she's like, the Tin Man isn't just like this happy-go-lucky Tin Man like from The Wizard of Oz. She's like, he's a man who was so torn and so mentally disturbed. He chopped off every one of his limbs one by one and replaced them with iron or tin until he chopped off his own head and replaced it. And I'm like, oh, this stuff is not for kids.
So this person was just like, how do I make The Wizard of Oz as dark as possible?
No, I think this is how the books are.
This is like The Little Mermaid, like you know how like the original is like super scary,
like all those the book of like all the fairy tales, or like it was like Cinderella and Little Mermaid and Rapunzel and whatever. They're all like in Rapunzel. I think the prince like climbs her hair, and the first time he falls into a bunch of like poison,
like briar.
Rose.
And is blind.
Thorns, and he's like blinded by it. And like all these like children's fairy tales and the original fairy tale that like Disney took and like made so fun and cute or whatever actually are all like super very dark.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's wild.
Similar to like the Rugrats theory where all the children are actually dead.
What?
Whoa, I haven't heard this one.
No.
The theory is that, so Tommy... you know how his dad's always making things for him in the basement? He was a stillborn and was never born, so his dad is always just making toys for the son he never had. Dill and Phil were something like they died in the womb or something, so they never knew if it was going to be a boy or a girl. So that's that. Angelica's the only one who's alive, and they're all like make-believe babies. Chucky died with his mom when she died while she was giving birth. This is like a theory that like Rugrats writers knew about this, and it was all about this, and it was for children. Which sounds insane.
Yeah.
But also like,
what about Susie? What about
Susie?
you know, like,
yeah.
what about everybody?
It's all just the babies.
Okay.
Those are just the babies, right?
But Angelica's the same.
And no, Angelica's a couple years older.
Oh,
yeah, she's the oldest, yeah.
Yeah, and so apparently Angelica's just like, the reason she's like mean to all of them is because they're like all made up.
They're
She's
imaginary friends.
That is really creative.
Which is crazy. Yeah.
I think that theory
hats off, but like if you did that,
better
what the fuck?
than Leah Michelle Can't Read.
Yeah.
That one's good.
But
look it up. Look at just like I definitely have some things wrong. I'm not saying that this is entirely correct.
Then Kimmy gets introduced, like, and Chucky's dad gets a new wife.
Look,
they go to Paris.
I wasn't a writer. They definitely do go to
Seems
Paris.
extensive for me.
I'm sure there's some explanation to those. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
But really quickly on Oz, just a thought: how cunt is it that Dorothy like got ready? She put on like a puffed white sleeve and like a denim or a gingham dress and like did pigtails. Got like done up for the day of like at the farm.
She knew she was going off.
Yeah, she's literally like so cunt.
Yeah.
No,
she's
she
like
is.
chance of a
She's
tornado.
like,
I'm dressing up today.
If I am gonna meet some munchkins, I am not gonna look a slob.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like when you throw some makeup on, like after you hook up with someone, like you put some makeup on and you like fall asleep, and you brush your teeth and you're just like, oh, morning, sorry, oh god, I'm so tired.
It's literally Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids,
Yes,
it's Kristen
yes,
Wiig, just
yes.
being like that, and just waking up and being like, oh god, such bad sleep, but she's literally like red heels out from underneath the covers.
Honestly, sometimes if I like don't leave my house and I have to go to like for like during the day and I'll have to go to like the grocery store, I'll like get really dressed up so I hope people think I look like I am having like such a busy day. I'm like that he's so chic and must be like on the way to a meeting.
You're like looking around,
but I'm like, this is the first time I've left my house and I'm like don't really need anything at the store, but I just needed some kind of interaction, whether it be with the self-checkout because I'm not really gonna talk to, I'm not gonna go in the other line anyway, but I'm just gonna go so it, you know, someone saw me that day and then I'm gonna change back into
but you're walking through the streets being like, I hope a tornado takes me to Oz.
Yeah,
you're like, how cunt would I look at Oz right now? You're just like, where the is the wizard? Look at my ass.
I need to dress every day like a tornado's coming. And I'm gonna, you know, like, because I don't do that. And I feel like I should. Because I go out looking horrible.
Oh, yeah.
And but it's not good because when I see people, I'm not like, hey, I'm like, don't look at me like I don't exist.
I'm never gonna get discovered. I'm always in sweaty workout clothes. Always.
Well, like, some people would like that.
Yeah, exactly. Some people are gonna be like, can I buy that shirt off of you? Yeah.
Well, you've seen what we can insert a picture here if you're watching, but you've seen sometimes like I'll have an edible or I'll like have a J or something, and I'll be walking to the store and I'll show you this picture after, but like I always do like a test photo. I'm like, do I look under the influence? And I took this one the other day. I literally, my eyes are so. I'm like,
he's like this. He's like just taking a test picture, and it literally, I'm like, your eyes are not even open. You're not there.
Fail.
And I remember, didn't you say you were like, wow, I look so.
I was like,
you see the next day, and he's like this. He's literally like,
No, that's like when you take Molly at a club and you like, this is so great. Let's take a picture. It's like the worst picture in your eyes, your pupils. And
any like sweaty space where I'm like, oh my god, great picture. I see it the next day, and I look like Gollum. I'm like behind people, just like wet hair.
Those videos though are so true. When it's like, take a picture of me, take a picture of me, and you're like this. Like,
Yeah.
Always looking.
Send me the pictures from last night. They send them. You're like, actually, delete my number.
Show them to me, Rachel.
Show it to me, please. Rachel, please. Show it to me. I cannot stop saying that.
No, that one's so good, and people are so good with that.
Yeah.
So good. It's Spencer. Have you seen Spencer Clark's?
Oh yes,
yes. He does like
redoing
them. Yeah, they're
so for people that don't know, it's a meme on TikTok. That's a woman asking her daughter to like show me whatever's on your phone, please.
She basically said to her mom, she's like, Jesus was seen. Jesus was seen.
Jesus was seen.
Where, Rachel?
Oh my God.
Show me to me, please.
Show it to me, please. Show it to me, Rachel.
No, Rachel, where? And it is going very viral. It is
because there's so many things you want to see.
Yeah. It's like when you see that couple that you hate on Instagram break up. It's like, show me to me, please.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I did see one that was like, when your friend won't show you a picture of who they're hooking up with because the last one you just ripped on them or something like that. Yeah. It's very funny.
Like,
very, very good.
You lost the trust.
Yeah.
We have a little game.
Yeah, we have a game.
I love games.
So, in honor of the book, and I'm sure because you've been working so hard on it, you know, like the chapters and the sections so well.
Fucking better.
I do.
Okay, great. Well, we have put together a few scientists of the world, and we would like you to tell us, we're going to tell you them, go down a list, and you're going to tell us what their specialty would be, or what you would trust them teaching from your book.
What, like, gay science topic?
Yes, what
Yeah.
gay
Okay.
science topic they... And by the way, these are scientists. These are real, fictional, but, like, we would love to know their specialty from you.
These are real or fictional?
Yes, real or fictional.
Oh,
yeah.
a combination of both.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you don't know one, we can help explain it.
And I'm naming this, I just came up with Scientee.
Scientist. Scientist.
We're spelling the Scientee.
Yeah.
You'd be good at writing this book, honestly.
Yeah.
A lot
Whoa.
of gays love puns. We
Oh,
do.
yes.
Okay, well, look out for my book, Gay
Penguin.
Science 2,
Yeah.
in a couple of years.
Return to gay science, a darker version.
Yeah, exactly.
Electroshock therapy.
You on
The
front.
mucus is normal.
Don't be afraid.
Okay, so first we're going to start with Bill Nye.
Bill Nye. Oh gosh, so see, he could teach anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a chapter on open relationships.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think it's a sociology chapter.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like Bill Nye was a freak.
Yeah.
And or at least I like to think he is
Yeah.
one.
He's hot.
Yeah, and I think him and his wife are open and they're swingers and they have a lot of fun. So I think he's like an expert on open relationships.
Great. Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh boy. The chapter on why gays love big dick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
he's a
think
little guy.
He's a little guy, and I think they have to know the anatomy a little bit more
Yeah.
and where the holes are. And I think he would be an expert on that. Biology. It's a biology chapter.
Yeah. He also has glasses, so he can really investigate it very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he can see it from a different angle. Yeah. Love that.
Didi, get out of my laboratory. Okay, how about Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Ooh, so he's a physicist. There is a chapter on astronomy.
Oh, okay.
With
That's perfect.
all of the planets and how they're all gay and
Okay.
queer, and everything in our solar system, black holes.
He loves. By the way, he loves talking about black holes.
Yes, so he'd kill it.
Yeah.
I actually feel like that chapter is inspired by him.
Yeah. He writes the foreword for the book.
Yeah.
Mariah the
Mariah
Scientist?
the Scientist.
I wonder if this one's fictional or not.
No, it's not. She's a singer.
Oh, her name is Mariah the Scientist,
Yeah.
but she's a singer.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
There's a chapter on why gays love the worst music you've ever heard.
Oh, perfect.
And it's about sounds and homo hertz and how they can hear some things that other people can't. So the music they're listening to that's bad to other people is actually brilliant, but only we can hear it. And I feel like she probably would know that.
Okay.
I love that.
Mariah
Yeah.
the Scientist, if you're listening. Dr. Frankenstein.
Ooh. Let's see.
He's also a freak.
I feel like, he's also a freak, isn't he? I think maybe why there's a chapter on harnesses. It's actually, it's a history
yes.
lesson because it's actually technically, history is a science. Did you know this?
Yeah.
I learned a lot about science writing this book, and history is actually a science.
love it.
And he would know about the history of the harness
Okay.
and what it was used for because he's a kinky man.
Yeah.
You like harnesses.
No. Well, I know if someone's wearing one, I don't find them more or less appealing.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't wear them myself. I
Oh.
do in the book.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But that was the
one
first
for sure.
harness I've ever worn
I feel
just
like I
to take
would
that.
chafe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I feel like I have
Here you
sensitive
are
skin.
worrying again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, how
Just
long
be
is it gonna,
sexy.
how long is it going to be on? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? So is there a clip if I have to do I have to take it off to go to the bathroom?
You're like,
these
it's
are all
not very breathable,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I've never
Can someone
worn
grab me
one.
by it? Okay, I don't know if that's safe.
Yeah.
I guess I have one.
You do have?
I have one, but I wore it to when I used to teach 305 Fitness. I wore it to class.
Oh.
I've never worn it in to a gay party or like a
Yeah.
How do you feel
sexual
about like
encounters.
the elastic or like spandexy ones?
Oh, so hot.
Oh,
So
like
warm.
no
Oh,
harnesses.
the harnesses that are not made from leather but
Leather.
are like spandexy?
Didn't even know they existed.
I
You
guess
haven't seen
like,
those out at like a party?
for the look of it. I kind of think that's nice, a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably more breathable. But it's funny because it's like less fabric and it's like $200.
Yeah, literally. That's
we need to
what
get
it
into the
is.
harness business. What are you doing podcasting?
Yes.
Yeah, we need to do that. Breathe if you agree.
That's our merch.
Harnesses.
That's our merch.
Yeah, harnesses.
Yeah.
Harnesses and douches.
Big ones though.
Huge.
Not the teeny tiny Dexter's Laboratory ones.
No. We need like the big like.
Sponsored by Fleet.
You need to
Yes.
lube it to
Yeah.
sit down on it, like that kind of vibe. Well, I guess that's everything to a certain point.
I lubed this chair up before I sat down on it.
Yes.
Okay, if you had to talk about one chapter for the rest, like if you had to pick your favorite chapter, what would that be?
Dr. Rob Anderson, the scientist.
Yes, this is so easy. My
Okay.
favorite chapter of anything I've written with the videos and in this book, it's the longest chapter. It's 8 pages because I was so obsessed and I actually wanted to write more, is the relationship between gay men and women.
Okay.
So the relationship between gay men and lesbians is one kind of attraction where opposites attract. And then the relationship between gay men and straight women are where they share an electron where they're both attracted to and disappointed by men.
Okay.
And so that bond, that chemical bond, it's chemistry, exists throughout history. And so I walk through in, the 800 BC, the Iron Age, like what the relationship was between gay men and women and why it's like unbreakable. Like when paper was invented, it was invented so they could like pass notes and talk shit about people to each other. And the first human was actually born because a lesbian and gay, what was the species before humans? It's in the book.
Yeah.
But
Look it
they
up.
came together
Animals?
and she was
Homo
a surrogate for
sapiens?
this. Yes. No, it was before that.
Don't we have to go this far? I'm gonna
Wait.
sound so fucking dumb.
I
Yeah, it
said
is dumb.
animals.
Marsupials.
No, it's like
That's what I said.
Neanderthals.
Neanderthals.
Okay.
We're gonna cut. What was it? Neanderthal.
Neanderthals. Yes.
Neanderthals.
So a gay man and a lesbian Neanderthal came together because they wanted to be surrogates, and that's how the first Homo sapien was born. It's all facts too.
Yeah.
So I had so much fun with that one.
Okay.
Like the things we have in common, like group fitness, returning shopping carts when we're done with them.
Oh,
Gay men and women, we use each other for shelter and roommates. It's all in the book.
Yeah, I love that. Well, that is, I mean, that's so important because, like, honestly, there's no stronger bond than, like, between a gay man and a woman or especially, I don't know. I just, like, women
Feels
are
so
so
close to
amazing
women
and
in
have
our
been
lives.
such a pivotal part in our lives
Yeah.
and, like, the
Yes.
safe space and everything like that.
Yeah,
So
we like the bond between a gay man and his mom is like.
Yeah. Oh, we
Couldn't
we
even.
talk
I
about
mean,
this,
yes,
all the time.
And we love everyone else's moms.
Oh,
you know?
yes.
Like
going down to the kitchen before everyone wakes up at the sleepover, like reading the newspaper with the mom being like, "Tell me about your marriage."
Yes, yes, it's so true. It's like a small gay child can see eye to eye with an adult woman in a way that not even her husband can.
No.
Yeah.
She's like, this gay kid understands me.
Yeah.
Like this gay kid knows what's up.
Yeah.
Like he gets me.
Yeah.
And it's the best. And it's great when you have really good friends and you're like, let's have our moms meet.
Yeah.
And then your moms meet, and then like Pam and Jan meet,
Yeah.
and you're like, Pam and
Yeah.
Jan,
Yeah.
don't you love each other? And they do.
Yeah. we're gonna
wait.
leave you ladies.
it's our moms are Dawn and
Dawn and
Anne,
Anne.
which is so funny. You kind
just
of like,
said that.
And my
said
mom's
it.
Pam.
Oh my God,
Oh
Dawn,
my-
Pam, and Anne.
I mean,
We all
go.
need to get together.
they are the new
Yes.
Josie and the
Yeah.
Pussycats.
Yeah, seriously.
They are the
talk
Pussycat
about
Dolls.
talk about the new girl group. There we go.
We just found one, and they
move
are not
over
going to break up.
girlicious.
Yeah, move
Yeah.
over girlicious.
That's the new group. Well, we have an exciting.
We have an exciting moment for you.
You not only are an amazing author of a new book and many accolades, but you're now the winner of a Breathe If You Agree award. You've been nominated and
you won.
Oh my God. Is it like Aaron Tiviot where I'm the only nominee, so I have to win?
No.
But you have won the best SSS to ever exist. Sexy Smart Scientist.
Congratulations.
My God.
Now, we just ask you to give an acceptance speech.
I'm so sorry my corset broke. No, I'm just channeling Emma. I'm just always trying to channel her. I just really don't know what to say. I didn't even know I was nominated today. But I'm so happy I showed up because I was like, do I show up to this thing? And now that I have an award, I'm glad I did.
worth it.
Thank you so much.
Well, Rob, it has been such a pleasure. We're so happy that you came here. Please let everyone know kind of where to find you, but also tell them about the book, when it's coming out, and when they can get it.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, heartthrobrob Anderson. TikTok is heartthrobert. And my book comes out, it'll be out by this episode.
Okay, great.
So my book is already out.
Yeah.
And you can get it anywhere bookstores are sold online, but if you can go to an independent bookstore, that would be amazing. And we're making sure they're in all of the local LGBTQ and women-owned bookstores because it is so important. It is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we are so honored. We love you.
I love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, this is such an exciting new chapter.
Dare I say this is like my favorite like podcast thing I've ever been on?
Oh my God, thank you.
Seriously, I
Where's our
forgot I
statue?
was on it. Like,
Where's our statue?
wait, this you're calling it a
your
word statue.
words are more than enough.
No, that's all for you.
Yeah, thank you. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
We're so happy that
We love you so
enjoying
much.
it.
We need to do this more.
Yeah.
Well, no, you moved to New York. That's
I'm here
Well, we'll
every
do it
month.
in New
Oh,
York.
okay,
Okay,
perfect.
great.
For something, yeah.
Perfect.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so
And
much.
thank you for joining us on another amazing episode of Breathe. If you agree, you can stream it anywhere podcasts are streamed, and you can watch full video episodes on YouTube at the Past Your Bedtime channel.
Yay, thank you. We'll see you next week.
We love you. Mwah. Bye.
Like a bag